love was food. Whenever I walked him, he always perked up if I had a treat with me. And I knew that his absolute favorite food was hot dogs. If Meatball was hiding and he smelled hot dogs, he would definitely come running. I ran back downstairs and into my apartment. I found some hot dogs in the freezer, quickly microwaved 2 of them, and then cut them up and shoved them in a Ziploc baggie. As soon as I stepped back into the hallway with the hot dogs, I heard the telltale snuffling sound of a hungry Meatball. The little pug emerged from the nook he'd been hiding in at the west end of the hall and came barreling toward me on his short little legs. "Hey, boy," I told him, petting his back and giving him small bites of hot dog. I wiped my hands on my pants. Whoops, forgot to grab a paper towel or a napkin. And texted Sarah. I gave Meatball a few more bites of his unearned treat and then sat down on the floor beside him. He curled against my legs, looking up at me adoringly. Well, he knew I had another whole hot dog in a baggie, so maybe that explained some of his adoration. But his fur was so soft, and his little face was so darn cute. I couldn't help but give him a thorough petting while we waited. When Sarah reached us, she was crying a little in relief. "Cat, thank you. I just don't know what I would have done without your quick thinking." I felt a warm glow, knowing I'd been able to help. "Anything for Meatball," I said, giving the pug one last pat before Sarah scooped him up and brought him back into her apartment. I went into my apartment and put the leftover hot dog bites in the fridge. I was washing my hands when Mickey appeared in the kitchen, fully dressed, thankfully. Mickey and I look almost exactly alike. We both have medium brown, shoulder-length, straight hair, pale skin, and hazel eyes. We're only 3 years apart, but I'd always felt much more grown up. "What were you doing?" Mickey asked, yawning. "I heard you coming in and out the door." "I had to help Sarah find Meatball," I explained. "He got loose." "Did he drool on you?" Mickey asked, pulling a Pop-Tart out of the cabinet. Mickey didn't like dogs as much as I did. "No, he did not," I said. "Anyway, can you grab me a Pop-Tart too, please? And not one of the blueberry ones." Mickey made a sheepish face and put back the one she'd grabbed before handing me one of her favorites, a frosted brown sugar cinnamon. I love my little sister, but she will fully hoard the best snacks if she thinks she can get away with it. As I went to toast my Pop-Tart, I noticed the folded note Mom had left propped up against the toaster for me. I sighed as I scooped up the note and put it in my backpack. I had a feeling I knew what it said. "What's that?" Mickey asked as she wolfed down her Pop-Tart. She likes hers untoasted. "Don't worry about it," I told her. I pulled my freshly toasted breakfast out of the toaster and took a big bite. "We should get going." We grabbed our backpacks and headed out into the hallway. I texted my best friends, Lucy and Taz, who also live in our building, to ask if they wanted to walk to school with us. Lucy wrote back that she'd gone in early for something with drama club. Taz didn't text back, but that was pretty typical Taz. She'd see the text sometime later, after it didn't matter anymore. Mickey and I walked downstairs, since waiting for the elevator in the Burgundy usually takes longer. We said good morning to Marcel in the lobby, and then stepped out into the broiling heat of the September day in New York City. School had started last week, but it still felt like summer. Our school was only a few blocks away, but when it was super hot, the walk seemed longer. I couldn't wait for the crisp fall weather, my favorite, to finally get here. The brick buildings and stone townhouses of my Upper West Side neighborhood always looked especially